love that wind down. I love that. Good morning. Good morning. It's been a morning already. I've already done some laundry. I gave the dog a bath. And I think I left my phone outside, y'all. I think I'm going to have to go see where my phone is because I may have left it outside. Hi, what are you doing? Don't jump on my back, buddy. I didn't see that coming at all. No, don't scratch on my chair either. No. Oh, you're going to slap me for that? Then you're gone. Okay. The water bottle. Sometimes we have little arguments, and the water bottle usually solves any arguments that arise. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's go say good morning. We haven't even started. We've had a cat attack. He didn't attack me. He jumped on the back of my chair. Now he's up on my desk looking at me like, all right, it's on. It's on. Diane Phoenix is here. Hello. Hawkins Family Adventures is here. Jolly Matilda is here. Good morning. And Diane, I want you to know I wasn't even going to have any coffee right now, but I saw you passing out coffee and I saw Sandra's Coffee and Donuts, and I had to run in there 2 minutes before starting and start me a half a pot of chocolate covered cherry coffee. So I'll be going in there to get a cup of coffee here in a minute. Let's see. Everybody's saying good morning. There's Christina with Dyson's Crazy Adventure. Good morning. Oh, cool. Diane says it is an exciting day. Ron Darrell Adventures is releasing his first installment of From Here to Whenever, stories from his youth. That's going to be fun. Oh, I'm excited. That'll be a lot of fun. AJ Sunday Drives is here. Hello. Thanks for being here, you guys. I'm going to say my hellos, and then I'm going to run outside. There's that sound check I forgot to ask for. Thank you guys for being on it. Oh, pumpkin attack. Yes. From the back of my chair. And that face I made was one claw in the back as he tried to hang on to the back of the chair. Oh, my goodness. Jolly Matilda says, the water bottle, yes. Did you see him slap my hand when I told him to quit doing scratching on the back of my chair? He is something else. He is something else. Well, I'm real excited about Ron Darrell's video series coming out. That's going to be so much fun. So much fun. Well, I'm going to, and I have to go outside, you guys, because I'm pretty sure that is where, if I laid my phone down, which it was in my pocket and now it isn't, if I laid my phone down, it's somewhere out there. So I'm going to pull something up here and then I'll be right back. Just takes a minute for stuff to pull up over here. Let's see. There we go. And I didn't know I was going to need it, or I would have had it ready to go. So bear with me just a minute. Bear with me just a minute. All right. Well, we will go with this one. All right, and I need to share my screen, share audio, and then you guys can listen to this while I run outside and grab my phone because I just don't want to leave it out there. Share screen. And I'm waiting for it to come up. Come on, screen. It never pays to be in a hurry around here, I tell you what. He's been working his butt off on these stories. I can't wait. I can't wait. He is such an interesting guy. I'm looking forward to this. There, finally, that part came up, and this part came up. Okay, so I'm going to run out, grab my phone, and you guys can enjoy this. This is our photography of the moon. This is our personal recording of night sounds in our woods one night when the frogs were really, really singing. And then this is me on my Native American flute. And I will be right back. All right, get over there and turn that off. And my phone was exactly where I thought I left it. You want to hear something funny? I thought I should call my phone in case it isn't where I think it is. And I'm like, no, I'm in a hurry. So I went out there, but the alarm was good. There was an alarm going off. So I found it easily because I heard it, and it was exactly where I thought I left it. Pumpkin looked at monkey. Monkey looked at pumpkin. I didn't put these guys up because they're like looking at me with these little doughy eyes saying, Mom, you can trust us, Mom. We're going to behave while you're live. We're not going to jump on the back of your chair or slap you when you tell me to quit doing something. And we're not going to run across your desk and scream at each other for looking at each other. We won't do any of those things, Mom. We won't. So I fell for it, and there you go. The fiascos began as soon as I pushed the live button. I don't know if I will trust them again. Okay, so I also went and grabbed my coffee while I had my little hiatus there. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you, Sandra, for liking that music and that photography. Thank you, Anne. All right. Yes, parent abuse. Absolutely. Promises. Cat promises. Can't fall for it. All parents want to think the best of the kids. Oh, that is so good. Chocolate covered cherry coffee that Diane Phoenix and Debbie F got me started on. So I've got choices in there. I've got regular coffee. There goes another alarm. Don't need these alarms. Thank you. I guess no one was out there to turn them off, so they've been snoozing. Who knows how many are going to go off now? I don't know. I've got the Andes chocolate mint and the chocolate covered cherry coffee. So next month I will probably be looking for a new flavor, and I giggle because I'm thinking of butterscotch toffee coffee, butterscotch toffee coffee. I'm glad y'all inspired me to have some coffee. Absolutely. Let's see here. All right. So, how are you guys? I know some of you around the country are really suffering right now with a heat wave in the hundreds, 108s, 110s, and above. And I've had been sending my love out there to everyone in the heat wave and my prayers, because I know that can be a tough spot to be in. We very thankfully are in the 80s for 2 more days, and then we're going to be in the upper 90s again. I'm hoping we get some more rain. We need rain. This is a big farming area with soybeans and corn and wheat. So the farmers all need some rain, and my flower gardens need some rain. Makes a lot less work for me, keeping everything alive out there, right? In the flower gardens and the gardens. I haven't had any tomatoes for a few days. They're all green right now. But I know I'm just waiting, not very patiently. I'm giving them some pretty good pep talks. Come on now, come on. I've been giving them some pretty good pep talks about get big and ripe, get big and ripe. I want to have a sandwich. I want you on a burger. I want you in a salad. I want you on a burger. I want you in my salad. You, I'm just going to eat like an apple. You, I'm going to slice up all nice and pretty and put you on a little serving platter. You, I'm going to pick right when I eat, because I have some cherry tomatoes out there, and that seems to be what happens to every single cherry tomato that I pick. I pick it, bloop, there it goes. Kind of like when you're out picking strawberries or blackberries or raspberries, strawberries, or at least that's been my experience. My mom would be like, I better see some of those blackberries in your bucket. And you could say you weren't eating them all day long, but the proof was in the color of your teeth and the, stain on your lips, right? Yes. Let's see here. Oh, Diane Phoenix is having a creme brulee coffee. Nice. That sounds so good. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Where is my notebook? I need to be writing this down. Excuse me. There, I'm back. Well, let's see here. I better write that down. We'll put it up here. Butterscotch toffee coffee. And what'd you say? Cream brulee? Ooh. Nice. Ooh. That sounds really, really good. I see new coffee in my future. Oh yeah. See, Sandra says it's going to be 103 today, where she is. Oregon's really hot right now. Oregon is one of those hot places. Diane says we stay in the 70s and 80s till Wednesday. Then it's back to the furnace we go. Yeah. Sandra says I'm staying inside with the AC going. Ron Daryl Adventures stays above 100 until Friday and then 99. Wow. Diane says I always ate more berries than went in the bucket. Me too. Me too, truth be told. Mama was always right. She always knew they weren't going in the bucket. And we actually, when we were done, had to like show our buckets. And it was obvious who ate their berries. Yes, I like Scottish music. Absolutely. We have a few Scottish tunes in our repertoire. We play a lot of Celtic with the Irish music, and we play a lot of old time music. Sandra goes back to work tomorrow. That'll be good. Yep. Jolly Matilda says that's the problem with picking berries. Mine never hit the bucket, and it's not because I miss either. We had to trim our blackberries back this last fall because they just got way out of control. I have my own personal blackberry patch. So what that means is we didn't have very many berries this year, but we knew that was going to happen. But at the rate they produce new runners and new stalks, we're going to be in the berries next year. So it's going to be all right. But so this year I just go through and hold out my hand. And if there's more than a handful, I take a cup and just pick them. And then as I'm going around talking to my flowers, I just eat my berries. Oh, Cinder says, yep, we ate them as we picked them too. KT Spirit is here saying good day, folks. Diane says, my daughter ate strawberries till I thought she would explode. Then when we went out, she wanted strawberry ice cream too. Oh, I hadn't thought about a strawberry shake in a long time. And Doug and I had some errands to run, and we stopped for shakes, and we both ended up getting chocolate shakes. But strawberry shake was one of the choices, and I had to think about, do I want strawberry? Do I want chocolate? But chocolate won out. But yeah, strawberry shakes are so good. So good. Ron. He says, keep giggling. I'm practicing. So for all of you who don't know, I'm going to talk in a deep voice. One of these lives, I'm going to talk in a deep voice. And Ron, I'm going to be Ron. And Ron's going to be me. And so he has to giggle, right? Oh, yes. Diane says, I've been talking about you, Ron. Were your ears burning? Yeah, she's telling us you're going to be doing a video series. And so we're all excited. We were talking about that and looking forward to it. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Sandra says, my husband always gets a peanut butter shake. Oh, I love peanut butter. So I would love a peanut butter shake. You know, and I'm one of those people, my mom got me doing this. Ice cream and then about 2 big old spoons of peanut butter just on the side, on the bowl, over on the side of the bowl. So you can take a little dip of peanut butter and a spoon of ice cream at the same time. Oh my gosh, that is so good. So good. Oh no, KT Spirit had 2 rounds to Walmart Pharmacy. They let me leave without paying and I had to go back. Oh my gosh. Oh, that chocolate cherry coffee is really good. I might be slurping it, y'all. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Did I do this? I don't think I did. I think I did okay. That's how I know when Doug's drinking a fresh cup of coffee. I giggle again. I think I got it. Buddy, we already talked about that. Digging on my chair. I wasn't going to reach back there again. He slapped me last time. Ron says, giggle again. By Jove, I think I've got it. Oh, my goodness. There went Pumpkin. But I can always tell. I can always, Diane, better keep practicing. I can always tell when Doug has a freshly poured, really hot cup of coffee because I hear this. And that's the only time I hear that is when he just poured it. So I always know when he's just poured his coffee. It probably does burn your lips off. I actually poured mine and put a little water in it because I don't like it like super hot, burn my lips off. I like it over the warm side, but comfortable. Not super hot. I like my lips. I don't want to burn my lips off. Oh, Rocky's looking at me like, what the hell is that? Rocky, that's a giggle. It's a giggle, Rocky. It's a giggle. Now, Ron, if we're at your live and you're up there and we're on your panel and Kenny's on your panel, this is going to be hysterical because Fordman's laugh always makes me laugh. Even if I didn't hear anything funny yet, but he starts laughing, I start laughing. It's going to be hysterical. Cinder says, I love camping coffee. Oh, yeah, made in the metal camp coffee. It's not really a percolator. I guess it would be maybe a percolator. I don't know. It depends on what kind of camp coffee you make. But the metal one with it seems like they always have like the little see-through handle here. And the filters up on a metal stem up toward the top. Yes. Rocky, wet spot time. Oh my gosh. It's going to be hilarious. Percolator. Yes. Why was that hard for me to read? I don't know. Yeah, percolator. See, I can say it. I must need more coffee. Here, I didn't even think I needed any. Oh. Let's see. I ate a banana for breakfast. Well, that was good. I like a banana for breakfast. Doug pretty much keeps us supplied in bananas. Well, I got 2 left. That's one thing. sometimes bananas can go icky before you get to the bottom of the pile, and that's when you make banana bread, right? But ours tend to not get to that point. So if I want to make banana bread, I have to specifically say, do not eat these 3 bananas and guard them like a hawk. Because Doug likes his bananas super ripe, and I don't, but he does. So he will eat them. Even if I think they're beginning to get good for banana bread, he will still eat them. So I have to really guard them. Bananas and Cheerios, yes. That sounds so good. I like bananas and cornflakes too. Glass knob on the top. That's right, Ron. Seems like they all have that glass knob on the top. That was hard to say too. Glass knob on the top. Glass knob on the top. Butterscotch toffee coffee. Butterscotch toffee coffee. Glass knob on the top. Glass knob on the top. I had trouble getting that one going again. Second time. I almost stalled out on the glass part. I don't know. Oh no, Anne says not feeling very good this morning. I think the heat got to me yesterday. Oh yeah, we got to be so careful in the heat. We can overdo it and not even realize it. So y'all keep drinking water, even if you're not thirsty. Drink water anyway. Make sure you stay hydrated. You were probably keeping up with those puppies. Oh my gosh, and they're so adorable. They are so adorable. Ava has a major coffee buzz, caffeine buzz. Well, I've only had this much yet. This is my first coffee of the day. This is my first coffee. I got up and filled up my water bottle. That's what that is. Oh, these. Sorry, if I'd had time, I would have muted that. Oh. Ooh. Doug was wound up last night. He was, wasn't he? We had Gina as a special guest last night. And yeah, he was wound up. And, I really didn't think that was fair. I expressed this during the live that he won the dirty sock. What's it called? Scavenger hunt. He won the dirty sock one because I just before we started took my socks and shoes off and put my sandals on. So my socks were in my shoes laying right here by my chair, and he grabbed one of my socks before I could. I told him, you probably needed to find your own dirty sock off your foot. Oh, man. Sandra says the glass knob on hers is blue. Neat. Blue is Doug's favorite color. Blame it on Doug. And thank you for the bless you when I sneezed. Aww. The babies are doing better today. They didn't like the shots or getting the chip. Oh, poor babies. Oh, they won't feel that way for long. They won't feel that way for long. They are the cutest little puppies. Oh, my gosh. And they've got those innocent little faces. In all their pictures, they're like, we're just cute little puppies. We're just sitting here being good. We're just posing for the camera. They're so cute. So cute. Diane says, I can't believe he talked on your channel. I know, right? And so this is going to be interesting because we're starting a season of gratitude. That's what we're going to call it. We've been doing lives for over a year now. And, we're just grateful. We're just thankful. We're thankful for y'all that come to our lives and in our chats. We're grateful for those who watch replays, that give us thumbs ups and comments. We're thankful for those who watch our videos. And for those who are so welcoming to us when we go to their channels, and you know, community is what it's all about, and we're just really, really grateful. So we're just calling it a season of gratitude. And um, right now, that's our focus on Friday nights. We may carry it over to some other lives. I don't know, but right now that's our focus on Friday nights. It's going to be our season of gratitude and just expressing our thanks and having people up and just expressing our thanks. And because it's been an amazing year. It's been an amazing year getting to know all of you. Absolutely. Okay, so for the crafting part of this live, I am not going to crochet. I made one granny square last week. And this week I've been working on a project, and I'm going to have to clean my glasses. That didn't do it. Made it worse. And I've already strained my eyes a little bit by working on this other project that I'm typing up. And so I'm not going to push my eyes. I don't want a migraine. And I can already tell by the way my eyes feel that if I can very easily switch to a migraine. So I'm not going to do that. But I'm really wanting to get those pants done. I'm trying to be patient. It's hard. Okay, now, oh, that's better. Yeah, that made it worse just trying to clean it without the cleaner. Now I can see just fine. Um, Jolly Matilda, Ava and Gina embarrassed the heck out of poor Doug last night. He appeared to be a good sport. Oh, he is always a good sport, and he was having a good time. He was having a good time. One of the deals that we made when I asked him if he would do a YouTube channel with me is that he didn't want to talk on the lives. He didn't want to talk on the lives. So that was our deal. So usually he's just real quiet and he doesn't say much at all, but that's our deal, right? But when we go to Ron Darrell's Adventures, when we go there, he talks. And he did a lot of talking last night. And we had a good time. Diane says he has to be a good sport. That's right, with all of us. I love it. Boy, my house is quiet. I wonder what the cats are up to. They're probably either asleep on top of the refrigerator or up on the very top of the cabinet. They like to get up. You can see this cabinet right here that goes around all three sides of my kitchen on the other side of that wall. They like to get up on the very top, right up here, and you've seen them. They'll jump from this to up there. And there's Pumpkin. And that gives them access to all the top of the cabinets all the way around the kitchen. So they like to get up there, go to the other side of the kitchen in the very corner where you can't reach them. Sometimes you can't even see them. Speaking of reach them, I can always tell when Doug was the last one to make the coffee because the coffee was up on the top shelf. So I have short people problems, meaning I put stuff on the bottom shelf. And Doug made the coffee last time, so it was up on the top shelf. Oh, anybody else have these problems? Oh. No telling what will pop up in my lives. Oh. Well, we try to go to Ron's for sure on Sunday nights because Doug does not have to get up early to go to work the next day. He gets up at 3 in the morning to go to work. And so staying up late through the rest of the week isn't too much of an option for us because we got to get up no matter what, right? So, but we try to go on Sundays for sure. Sometimes I pop in for a little bit on a night I'm still up past my bedtime, and I got busted last time because Doug's asleep, and I'm like, reach over and get my phone, and I turn it on, and I'm just in the chat, and all of a sudden, Pumpkin runs across the bed. I thought Doug was still asleep, but the next thing I hear is that Ron Darrell's live? Like, oh, busted. Oh my gosh. Diane's excited about him, Ron finally getting his stories out. Ron says she's helping me on this project. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome, and we just love Ron. He's amazing and so much fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Doug and I, if the weather holds out and there's not rain on Monday, we have a YouTube date. What's a YouTube date? It's a date we've planned in the planner that we're going to go together and do some filming for YouTube. Not sure where, but we're going to go. We're going to get in the truck and we're going to go. One of the local fairs is going on, so might be a stop in there. Of course, there's tractors there, so Doug will be looking at those, and we'll be pretty close to the river, not the Mississippi River, but another river, and so we might go take a look down there. Don't know. We've been trying to catch some sunrises and some sunsets, and so far we're pretty good at the sunsets, but we have not caught a sunrise yet. So we only have 2 days of the week available for catching sunrises because Doug's already at work by the time the sun comes up. And on his days off, we just haven't got up that early. But we need to fix that. We need to at least every other week go find us a sunrise to enjoy. And right now, moonrise is like 1 in the morning, so we're not going to be doing that. When it gets to the different phase where it's coming up at a more appropriate time for us to catch it on camera, we'll do that too. We want to catch some moon over the river because that was just beautiful with that cascading effect, because our river is a running river, and so the water's always moving, and when that moonlight is on that water, it just dances because it really highlights the movement of the water on the river. And well, I've got one over here. Let's see. Let's go over here and take a look. I can show you that. This is one that Doug, I didn't need to scroll all the way to the top of that. I just needed to change screens. Here it is. This is one of Doug's right here. love that. Absolutely love that. Yeah, it's funny. I've edited these moon videos because I do a moon live, an hour-long moon gazing live. And so I edited the intro and the ending off of all of these, so I don't have to sit there and manually skip stuff and make sure I stop before the ending's there, because it says thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, blah blah blah. We don't want that in there for when you're already doing a live. So I edited all those out, but the thing is, now I never know when they're gonna stop. So I'm always caught off guard. I'm like, oh. But it's okay, because I'm either drinking my water or drinking my coffee. But so far, I haven't choked on anything when it pops off, and I don't expect it to. But yeah, that was one of Doug's videos of the moon over the river, and this particular one was shot at the Mississippi River, and just so pretty, and you can see what I mean by the water rippling. It makes it look like the moonlight is dancing. Let's see here. Oh, I'm way up at the top of my chat, so let's scroll down here. I'm way up there. All right, here we go. Ron says, my stories might be boring at first. We don't think so, Ron. Thank you, Matilda. Yeah, it's so pretty on the river. It's just the moonlight on that river is so beautiful. And it just always amazes me that Doug and I, because we each have our own camera, we each have our phones, of course. It amazes me we can be in the same place at the same moment in time, but our videos be so different, right? And sometimes he's like, well, maybe I don't need to record, and I'm like, oh, but you do. If you can, you need to, because we have such different ways we focus through our cameras. And I love that he did. I love that. And wasn't that music peaceful? I liked that. I went through a lot of the YouTube library songs. I'm like, nope. And I found that. I'm like, there you go. There you go. Let's see. Ron says, as far as his videos with the stories, I'm really doing this for my kids. There's so many things I wish I could ask my parents and grandparents, right? Oh my gosh, that is so true. That is so true. Yeah. Oh, I could look and listen to that forever. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. And sitting at the river at night, it is so peaceful. And we were down at our riverfront. So there were now, as it got later, people kind of drifted away, but there were kids playing because there's a park right there. And but when you're using music in your video, it doesn't matter what's going on around you as far as what you hear. And that takes a lot of the stress off of finding a nice quiet place, right? But it's just perfect down there. It's just perfect down there. Really enjoy it. Let's see. Yeah, Matilda says stories are better being told. Yes. Sandra's got to go. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Love to you all. Love to you too, Sandra. Yes, I was looking at that this morning. 2 overlapping meteor showers coming up soon. I don't know that, like, from our yard, I think we have too much light here to see it very well. So I don't know. It depends on what nights are available to go out of town. And then we were coming home from Quincy one night, And the moon was, it was at that phase where it's coming up and it's huge, right? It's huge. And so I'm driving down an interstate, y'all, driving down the interstate, and I'm like getting all distracted by the moon, and I'm driving and I'm looking at the moon, and I'm driving and I'm looking at, I'm like, we just got to pull over. Well, there was too much traffic to just pull off the side of the interstate, right? That didn't feel safe. So we pulled off at a ramp. We knew where we were. We pulled off exit ramp, and then we went on this little side road and stopped. And we're, in our mind, this is harmless. We're not in anybody's way. There's no traffic. And let's just look at the moon, and then we'll continue driving home safely, right? Instead of driving like this and like this, So we're sitting there, and we had been there. No, we're moon gazers, so we probably had been 20 minutes. We're sitting there, and we're getting ready to leave, and the police shows up. Somebody had called the police because we were a suspicious vehicle pulled off the road. I'm like, I don't even know if you're going to believe this or not, but we're moon gazing. We're moon gazing. I almost ran off the road because the moon is so big and beautiful right now that I decided I better just get off of here, pull over. And it didn't feel safe on the side of the interstate, so we pulled off here. We're just moon gazing. We're looking at the moon. And, of course, he checked our IDs and all the things, and told us we needed to go ahead and go because it was someone we had driven by a house had seen us sitting here. So we needed to go ahead and go. So we did. But that was so funny. We still laugh about that sometimes. Oh. Yeah, meteor showers are fun. Thank you, Matilda. That music was absolutely beautiful. That was from the YouTube library. YouTube has an audio library of music we can use, and I found that in there. Tom's Wild and Wonderful Views is here. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here. KT Spirit says, yeah, my neighbors think light pollution is a good thing. And here's something else that's funny. When I first started, Doug and I met playing music. We met at a bluegrass festival. And then his group invited me to come and play with them on a Thursday night. So when I went out there, it was, I didn't know this at the time, but it was out in the country, and it ended up being the farm where Doug's parents and him and his brother lived. And I was just amazed by the stars. So it's like, because I lived in town, and we can see the stars. We see the main stars, the brightest ones we see. But when you're out there in the country, it's like they're everywhere. It's like glitter in the sky. That's the best way to say it, is glitter in the sky. And so I would always take a break during the music time. When everybody else, we took a little break and everybody's talking and going and getting a drink or whatever. I ran outside, sat on the hood of my car, and just looked at stars. And people would poke their head, what are you doing? I'm looking at stars. I'm looking at stars. And sometimes they just say, oh. And then sometimes they come out, and stand there and look at stars with me. And they're like, yes, stars. And then when Doug and I moved here, we got married and live here now. And now he's in town. And we were talking about the other night. He's like, oh, you can see them so much better out at the farm. And I'm like, now you know why I always took time out to go outside and sit on my car and just look at the stars. Because I couldn't see them in town. And he's like, oh, I never realized that. Yeah, I can't see everything like that. I mean, the Milky Way is gorgeous, and I can't even hardly see it here in town. But the Milky Way is gorgeous and everything's just like glitter. So many stars that it's hard to find the constellations sometimes, right? Yeah, so he's like, well, I had no idea. I'm like, you just thought I was some weird girl. Oh, let's see here. Oh, right there's where I was. Yep. Matilda says too many lights were where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, right here. I can't see anything here in Norfolk, Virginia. Too many lights. Oh, that's a good idea. Diane says I go to the forestry and sit at the boat dock or in the woods. Nice. Let's see. Can't wait. Matilda says I can't wait to get back out to the country. I love looking at the night sky and all the billions of stars, right? Out in the country, you see the billions. Here in town, not so much. Not so much. Let's see. Naj is here. Hello, hello. Hello, Naj. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Pumpkin. What are you doing? Don't drink my... You are? Well, don't drink. No, don't scratch on my chair. Ain't gonna be anything left up there if he keeps doing that. I usually have my thing over the top, but it fell down. At the beginning, when he did that jump, yeah, it fell down. Right, right. Ron says the place I hunt in South Texas is 50 miles to the closest light, and it's amazing the stars and lights in the sky you never see in areas with light pollutions. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a actual stargazing group out of St. Louis. That's a 2-hour drive for us, so we haven't participated in that. But there's one locally, but I don't know where they go. And you wouldn't have to go far here. You don't have to go. It could be 15-minute drive. It wouldn't. 10 minutes might, but probably about a 15-minute drive would probably be what we'd need to do. Yeah. KT says I've lived out in the country for most of my adult life. Don't like living in town. I grew up in the country, and my first singing audience were the cows. I could go to the fence and holler, and the cows would come up, and I would just sing to them, and they were the best audience ever. And they would listen, and there's eye contact and everything, and they'd just be looking at you and chewing their cud and swishing those tails. Which, when you're singing, that's kind of like enjoying your music and swishing their tails. Yeah. Actually, I think they were trying to knock off flies, but, whatever. They were a great audience. Absolutely. And one time at my grandparents' house, my kids didn't believe I could call cows. So I went to the fence and I called the cows. And here came the cows. But they were little kids. And they couldn't believe how big the cows actually were when they came up and they were standing beside you, right? They're huge. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. KT Spirit says, my Texas friend told me there's a town there that doesn't allow lights at night. Maybe I should move there. Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Huh. Let's see. Yeah, KT Spirit says can't see the Milky Way here anymore. Yeah. Matilda loves Pumpkin. He has his moments where he's as sweet as can be, and then he has his moments where he doesn't like to be told no. He complains about that. He doesn't like to have to move when he's found a place he wants to be, like digging on the back of my chair. And yeah, he's got an attitude. But he's our little pumpkin. Matilda says, my orange tabby is so fat, he really looks like a pumpkin. Ron says, Big Bend in Texas is one of the darkest places in the United States. Awesome. They think who is the crazy lady? That'd be me. That'd be me. I'm the crazy lady. Oh, Ron kayaks on the Brazos River. KT Spirits friend has a ranch on the Brazos River. Nice. Oh, how fun. I grew up in a small town till I was 10. We had chickens, geese, cats, dogs, and horses. We had rabbits, pigs, chickens. We didn't have we had cats and dogs. We didn't have cows or horses where I lived growing up, but my grandparents did. And there were cows across the street and, well, the road, the highway. And I could stand on my side of the road, or I would go across the road to their side and stand at their fence and call them up and sing. It was awesome. And anytime I had speeches in school or FFA, I did speeches in FFA. I would practice with the cows. I'd call them up. They'd eat their grass and chew their cud while I practiced my speeches. And they were always so encouraging. They never criticized me. Sometimes they'd walk away when they got tired, but they never said anything mean. Sometimes they would move. Diane says, when I was younger, I would take my horse, go to the middle of nowhere and sing. That's awesome. Ooh, my two sisters made me sing to scare the bears up in the Canadian wilderness. Yeah, I was watching a video the other day of some people walking a trail and a bear was following them, and they would turn around and yell, "Hey, bear!" And the bear would stop for a little while, and then it started following again, and then they'd turn around and yell, "Hey, bear!" And yeah. So one thing I've not ever had happen to me is have a bear follow me while I'm out in the wilderness walking. I've also, to my knowledge, never snuck up on a mountain lion when I'm out walking. We do have them here. We have them here where we live right now, where I am. If I go out in these woods, they're up there. But I have not come across them here. And one of my funny stories living here, we've been out playing music and we played till like 1 a.m. So we were getting home and it was like 2 a.m. Okay, maybe even 2:30. I don't remember exactly. It was late, and we're getting our stuff out of our car, our instruments, and we're coming in. And you know that shotgun, right? There's no sound like that on the planet. I grew up shooting guns with my dad, and I know that sound. I know that sound. So I told Doug, get in the house. Someone's got a gun. Get in the house. So we got in the house, and I called 911. And I was like looking out the window, and I was like, get out of the window. So I called 911. They're like, what's your emergency? I said, there's someone outside my house with a gun. They're like, what'd they look like? I said, I didn't see them, but I heard them cock that. I heard that. I heard it. There's no sound like it in the world, and I heard it. There's someone outside my house with a gun. And so she put me on hold. I'm like, I'm sure she thinks I'm crazy. She came back, and she said that there should be an officer in my area to look out my window. So I looked out my window, and it's dark. I couldn't see anything at all. So she said, well, just stay on the line with me. So I stayed on the line. And then she said, you should see another police car arriving. He won't have the flasher lights on, but let me know when you see him. And I said, okay, there's a car coming right now. And I've got my window open, and I'm in the window, right? And he got out. I said, yes. And whoever that is, they just cocked it. They just did the same thing. And she laughed, and she said, okay. She said, one of your neighbors had a cougar sighting right outside their house in their backyard, and they are there they're responding to that. So they are armed. They do have their rifles out, their shotguns, and you should be okay. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. But that was wild. But there's no sound like that in the world. I mean, it's its own sound. I've heard my dad go out when we had prowlers at night, stand on the porch and just, and then you hear people holler, and you'd hear a car take off, right? Yeah. Yes. Oh. Oh, yes, absolutely. The big cats are beautiful. I don't want to mess with one. And KT Spirit says, I have bad dreams about bears coming for me, and we don't even have bears here. So yeah, so that was the police officers. He got out of his car, and he's ready because he was going, to see if that cougar was mountain lion, whatever you want to call them, was out there. And when I grew up, where I grew up, we had black panthers also, as well as the regular cougars, and they were so gorgeous. And we get home at night is when we saw them. I never saw them during the day, but they'd be right up by the house at night. And so if we had gone somewhere and we were getting home, that's what we did. We watched for them. And when you first pulled in, when you're pulling in, the car headlights kind of fanned, right? And you'd see one once in a while as we pulled in, and those headlights kind of panned to that area. You'd see them, and then they're gone, right? But yeah, we didn't play outside after dark much where I grew up. And we played in those woods like crazy, and we were never afraid. Yeah. Ron says a 12-gauge shotgun being racked and a pin popping out of a grenade. There's no sound like either one of those. Yeah, I knew what that was. Like, oh my gosh, get in the house. Black panthers are mostly nocturnal. Yeah, that's the only time we would hear them, and they sounded like a woman screaming. So if we heard that at night, if we heard a woman scream at night, we knew that was a panther. Yeah. Oh, there's some stories from my growing up and my living right here. But yeah. Well, guys, it's been an hour. And what, Punky? What? You all right? He's in the laundry basket. Matilda says, I used to work around mountain lions at Silver Bell Copper Mine in Arizona. Oh, wow. See, I think they're beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. And, but I don't want to meet one on the path when I'm out walking. I don't want to meet a bear when I'm out walking. And I know out at one of the parks where there's walking trails in Illinois, where I used to go quite frequently. I was down at the edge of the water, and there were huge. Now I know bobcats can have pretty big feet, but these were huge. So I know there's mountain lions there, and I also know there's bears there because there were bear tracks at the edge of that water where it was muddy. And you could tell it was bear paw and claws. And so I was always very aware of my surroundings out there. And yeah, you know, when you're in the wilderness, you're in the wilderness, and there's wilderness animals. And I've been lucky enough to never have been threatened by one in all my doings, all my life outside and in the woods and in the forest. And I've been there a lot because that's my happy place. That's the place that calms my spirit and my soul, is nature. That's what nature is for me. And so I feel very lucky to have never had an incident, even with wolves. In there, you know, were wolves where I grew up. But I never had Pumpkin. He's a very loud talker. I never had a personal incident. So I'm very thankful for that. But, well, we ought to wrap this up, and everybody's got places to be and things to do. I'm staying home. I'll just be home, but I've got a lot of editing to do. And I'm going to try and finish that project, the one that wore my eyes out yesterday and the day before. I think I can get it finished in about an hour. I think I got about an hour left of work to do on that, and then it's done. And I may just relax after that. We'll have to see how my eyes feel. Hi, Pumpkin. There he goes. Don't scratch on my chair. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't slap me either. You be good. Be good. So get down. Come over here. Get down. Thank you. Get on down. See, sometimes he minds. Just not always. All right. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Know that we appreciate you, and you know, you're always in our thoughts and in our prayers. And always know that you are awesome. You're wonderfully made. You're here for a reason. And we appreciate you so much. And if you find yourself struggling, and we all do, we all have times when we struggle. It's nothing to be ashamed of. If you find yourself struggling, hang in there. Hang in there. We can do the hard things. We can do those hard things, and we can get to the other side, and we can make it. So hang in there. We love you. Till next time. Thanks for being here.